Bhajapidam Atabraha Parukarya Karnikaram Vibrat Vashakinaka Kabisham Vajayantim Chamalam Andiram Vidodara Sadaya Param Dupa Brindayar Brindarayam Shwampadaram Bhavishad Gita Kirti. Translation. The gopis see Krishna through their eyes, thin with emotion. Accompanied by his cowhide boyfriend, Shyamasundar entered the forest of Vrindavan Devi. His head was decorated with peacock feather. He wore yellow karnikara flower over her ears, a dazzling golden yellow garment on his body and around his neck, extending down to his knees, hang a fragrant Vajayanti garland made of 5 kinds of flowers. Splendidly attired, the beautiful Natavaran, most expert dancer. He appeared just like a very fine actor on stage. He poured nectar on his lips through the holes of his flute, and cowherd boys followed behind him, singing his glories in this way. The land of Vrindavan was even more charming than Vaikuntha, due to being beautified by Sri Krishna's lotus feet, marked with a conch, desk, and other symbols. Ananda, Vardini Vakya, the commentary that increased pleasure. The Brajaraman is filled with deep attachment for Krishna, were carried away by the sweet songs of his flute. The alluring Vinunada astonishingly caused this hidden love for him to start dancing in their hearts. They immediately began to describe to each other the marvelous sweetness of the Vinunada. As soon as they began talking, a strange thing happened. The image of Sri Krishna and his charmingly crooked tribangularity pose, with his playful way of sauntering, his sidelong glance and his faint smile established itself in their hearts, rendering the gopis completely helpless and prema, just as the sound of thunder and the flashing of lightning caused the waves of the sea to start rising, inundating the shore. In the same way, Sri Krishna Vinodada churns waves in the ocean of gopis, Baba, and also submerged their intimate friends who are sitting nearby. In this loka, Nata Varavaku, Paramahamsa Surumani Sri Sukadeva Goswami depicts an extraordinary wonderful picture of Sri Krishna's sweet form which appeared in the hearts of the gopis after hearing the mellifluous sounds of his flute. Badapidam. While playing the flute, Sri Krishna enters Vrindavan, ambling along with winding gait and gesturing in such a way that defeats the art of dancing. Curly locks, black hair, tied in a knot adorn the top of his head, making his look very beautiful. The top knot decorated all around with jewels and pure pearls. This crowd with peacock feather arranged in half moon, giving the impressions of a rainbow on fresh cloud. The peacock feathers, having the same 7 colors as a rainbow, look very enchanting, thereby increasing Krishna's splendor. Sometimes a rainbow is seen opposite the sun, while it is raining, and then the sky is full with dark clouds. The rainbow looks particularly beautiful. Krishna's complexion is like the fresh clouds of the peacock feather half moon, decorating top knots. Looks like a beautiful rainbow. Natavadabahu. At that time, Krishna seems like an expert dancer, moving gracefully, and he enters the forest and seeing his unparalleled enchanting beauty with the eyes of Baba. The Vrajaraman is endowed with Anuraga, become immersed in the state of supreme bliss. They cannot determine at this point whether Krishna body is like a Natavara or whether he actually is the embodiment of Natavara. The person who is expert and advanced with the art of dancing is called Natavara. The gopis ponder in all the three worlds there any Natavara or magnificent that he can be compared to Krishna. In other words, what can Krishna can be compared to? Comparisons as a face like the moon and deep like the ocean are well known in this world. In Hindi, they are called upamiya, the subject of comparison, and upamana, the object of comparison. Here, the ocean, moon, the upamana, the object of comparison, and the face is upamiya, the subject being compared. Generally, it is seen that in the comparison of the object superior to the subject, however, nothing more splendid than the three worlds and the perfect nature of Krishna and precedental, sweet, beautiful form can be imagined. This is why it is not correct to say that Krishna's body is just like Natavara. If someone wants to say that his body is like beautiful Natavara, then the generally prevailing statement that the object of superior to the subject will have to be changed. This is because here the upamiya, Krishna's form, is superior to the upamana or Natavara. Ordinarily, the upamana is superior to the upamiya. But when Krishna, superlative beauty, sweetness, dress, form, dancing, singing, and expressions, the subject matters of comparison, the subject is superior to the object sense, is lakhs and lakhs times superior to all others. The god of the demigods, Mahadev, is called Natajara, Nataraj, and is famous of such throughout the three worlds. But in art dancing, Natavara Krishna is supremely worshipable guru of Nataraj, Shiva. Namo Vishnu Pranaya Vishnu Srimati Bhakti Vinay Swami Namo Radhikaya Priya Srimati Bhakti Vinay Swami Namo Vishnu Pranaya Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Modi Swami Chinami. So, may pagpanit ko na itong urot. I would like to show you the cover of this book. Okay. So, there you are. There's the form, the beauty, the color. The guy who has picked up freedom in his head, he is the Supreme Person. His name is Krishna. And this is the damsels of Vrindavan, the Krishna's friends, Krishna's lovers. And this is Srimati Radharani, his eternal consort. And also Srimati Radharani's friend, Vishaka and Lalita. So we're having our break time, noon time, so I'm the only one here. So in the office, and some of them office workers, the colleagues taking their lunch. So I take the opportunity here to read this book. Walk pa mo din, wala na una pa yung balik din. So read this book called Vinogita. it's quite a quiet, crowded place. So this is how the office looks. The people, So a while ago, I read the Krishna's activities. Yeah, what's this? And his beauty, the color of the skin. So at least you have a little information on how the Supreme Lord looks like. Okay. I think it was drawn by, what's his name? Her name is Shyamarani. A lady devotee of Srila Prabhupada. It's a nice illustration here of Krishna. So this picture is not the mental concoction or whatever was created by the mind, but this is being said in the scripture. The beauty, the color of Krishna is not by mental concoction or some ideas of the paint, the artist. And also the last descendants. Her name is Autara, and he has seen Krishna. And somebody is making a drawing or illustration about the form of Krishna. Then Mother Autara seen those pictures and he said, "Oh, it is quite good, and there's something wrong, lacking in this place," because she himself saw Krishna personally. So this is not by by the creations of the mind. So Krishna is this one, the Swayam Bhagavan, the Supreme Person. So in all the religious, except Vedic injunction or Vedic scriptures, nobody tells about who his God is and this and that. So the beauty of Krishna is here. And Krishna is a great musician. He always playing his flute. So in Vrindavan and in Gokula, sometimes in India 5,000 years ago, Krishna used to play his flute. And the flute is attracting all the people in Vrindavan. We call it the Brajavasis. From the animals, from the trees, the people there, and most especially Srimati Radharani and the Sakis. The Sakis, the friend of Radharani, and this the Manjaris, the servants of the Srimati Radharani. So along all instruments that have been there, the Krishna's most favorite is the flute. So the question arises, why Krishna is so fond of playing flute rather than other instruments? Because the flute is so sweet, so lovely, so pleasant to the ears, and it's pointing every person, collectively and individual, I mean. So in every level of understanding and heart, the bhav or the loving relationship to Krishna, the flute speaks, So what I mean is, if Semuanya lagi security. Bago kayo sweldo, hulog na yun?
Masa man itong 15?
Dali.
Ay, ayaw man ito. Ayaw ito. Itaon siya dito.
Bitaw ito.
Itong 15? Ayaw man ito. Ayaw, 15. 11 siguro ito. Oh, unsi ito.
Oh.
Yung kato eh. Adon. Dahil lang yan, no?
Mm.
Bayad sa yung utang. Hindi mo siya magulo yung utang niya. Yeah. Hindi mo siya magulo
So
yung utang.
now they thought you know that.
Kalimutan yung utang.
So how the musical instrument can be benefit with the devotees or to the people who want to um, perform Bhakti Yoga. As for me, since my karma is a musician, actually I play drums, but not as professional, not a professional one, but just you know, I just play basic, play with rock bands and how do we call it, the show band and so many types of bands, groups. Yeah, but the music, it gives a lot of help and relationship with God. No? Kasi you're making your heart soft. And also by singing, through singing, all of your senses, your mind and your the intelligence and ego will be like melting. I would say you become softer and you become humble. And then when you dedicate those songs to God, it becomes sweet, you know, because less of pride, less of arrogance and ego, because you are trying to surrender to God by using your music, composing songs and dedicating that music to Him. So as a musician, like the flute is very important. No? Krishna is binding the soul, the jivas, his devotees through flute. So that is sound, how important the sound is. The music is important. Like we're doing now, Sabda Brahma, you know, hearing or using the sound vibration to make us understand. So similarly, if we put them in tune, it becomes a music. It becomes a music. It becomes a music accompanied with instruments. It becomes perfect and becomes devotion if we engage that music to Krishna or to God. Similarly, these mundane songs called mundane. Those songs, these emotional songs or the attraction between men and women, by using songs, it's also in the mode of passion can also be used. Alauna pa may sir. Ito lang sa balik maturong sila. And then the songs in the mode of passion, the attraction between men and women can be purified also by engaging it to the Supreme. Because, as I have said some of my lectures, that God, Krishna, is not an old person. He may be the oldest one, but he is never youthful. It seems like he's the oldest, but he is only 18 years old. He never grows old. And not only that, yes, he is Krishna's, her eternal consort. And her name is Srimati Radharani. There are also some loving affairs in the spiritual world. Because all the aspect of love and form is originated in the spiritual sky or in the Krishna Loka. And whatever happened here in the material world about loving relationship is not, it's only temporary, but it came from the spiritual world. So the relationship in the spiritual world, again, I would say, is not only the father and son relationship. So this is what happened. I'm sorry, we're very noisy here. I think I have to transfer to the house. I have to go home and so that I could. Okay.